In the 1960s, it wasn't really common to have a female pilot, and really it's still not that common.
But for one local 92-year-old woman, her way of dealing with the fear of flying, well, was becoming a pilot, defying the perception women had at that time.
News 6 at 9's Carolina Cardona shares her story with us.
It wasn't something most women at the time did.
My boss said there are two things that don't belong in an airplane, and one is women.
Flying airplanes in the early 1960s.
We were all in dresses and skirts. There isn't a pair of slacks to be seen.
But 92-year-old Betty Hostler says nothing was going to stop her.
We were so happy, and we all stuck together, and we didn't care what they say. We just plowed ahead.
Or the Women in the 99s organization, a group of female pilots Betty is a part of. But Betty didn't always love flying.
I was terrified of airliners. I wouldn't set foot in one.
That all changed in 1959 when in her 30s Betty took aviation classes. Her best friend had moved 1,000 miles away, so Betty figured she could fly herself to visit.
It just seemed like a good idea at the time. The idea just came to me. I knew absolutely nothing.
She says her parents didn't support the idea.
I thought it was the dumbest thing they ever heard of, but I persevered. I really wanted to do this.
So she did. Soon after learning how to fly, Betty bought her first single-engine plane for $700.
My first one was, we called them a tail draggers, with the tail wheel in the back. They were very difficult to land.
Her determination gave her some of the best years of her life.
It was the most freedom I've ever experienced. I was just mad about it. The most wonderful experiences in meeting the best friends and going to places I would never have seen.
Places like Canada, Nicaragua, and Mexico. In the 90s, Betty was an official with the Angel Derby, a competition where women had to start or stop in a foreign country. Although Betty didn't make aviation her career, she encourages the girls from today's generation to consider it a career path.
If they need anything, I would say see the 99s. There is financial help and scholarships being offered from us all the time. It's absolutely wonderful. I wouldn't know all the people I know. I wouldn't have been to any of the places I've been to if it weren't for my own little airplane. There are so many girls now. And if there are want a career, they couldn't have a better.
Carolina Cardona, News 6 at 9.
Wow.
Yeah, she's certainly inspiring. And you know, for getting results in our schools, I went to Seminole High School not too long ago, where they have an aviation program, and one of their goals is to recruit more women into the aviation industry. And like she was saying, if you want a career, you can't have a better one than that.
Yeah, and she, you know, at 92, you're wondering, well, who's her hero? She says Harriet Quimby, the first woman to earn a pilot's license back in 1911, the first woman to fly across the English Channel, is her hero. And she owns 7 planes. Miss Betty.